Hey guys, this is Mel and I'm here to talk about Arrow, episode 403, titled Restoration, which premiered Wednesday, October 21st, 2015. And guys, I gotta say, a lot of different things are happening in this episode, so I can't wait to talk about it. So first things first, if you haven't seen the episode yet, do so first and then come back to see what I thought about it. I would really hate if my own thoughts and opinions influence your own when you watch the episode. So with that said, let me just start a 10-minute clock like always, and let's begin. So what is something new that we learned about in this episode? First things first, we learned a bit more about the Lazarus Pit and the bloodlust that comes to those who use it. And another thing is a little fun tidbit, but Felicity at one point in her life wanted to be a dental hygienist. So I thought that was interesting to learn. Another thing, going back to the Nanda Parbat storyline, was that we learned more about Thea's growing bloodlust. Apparently, in order to feed that bloodlust, she has to kill, which sounds very similar to how Dean Winchester on Supernatural felt when he had the Mark of Cain last year. So, there's that. Another thing we learned was that the new lair for Team Arrow is apparently in the Palmer Tech building. I believe it's the sub-level that the secret executive elevator had direct access to, although I don't understand how the metahuman found them so quickly if it's supposed to be quote-unquote secret. Another thing we learned was that Diggle finally told Oliver about his search for his brother's killer, and when he finally got a lead on that, Damien Dark immediately kills it. So that was a little disappointing. And we also learned that today's villain is a metahuman that is escaped from Central City, and he turns his card tattoos into vicious weapons. Yikes. Although that metahuman kind of reminds me of Gambit, I believe, from the X-Men. So, I don't know, are there supposed to be many similar characters with similar attributes between the two different comic book universes? I don't know. Again, I'm not a comic book reader. Although I should be at this point, but I'm not. So anyways, moving on. What was the most shocking moment of the episode? I guess it has to be the mystery around the Felicity's phone. I mean, what is going on with that? But for some reason, I want to say that it's connected to Ray Palmer somehow, since we know as viewers, we know he's alive because of all the Legends of Tomorrow promotions, since he is involved in that. But I wonder if he has something to do with Felicity's phone having all that encrypted stuff flowing on her screen and then having it suddenly spell her name at the very end. So my guess is that it's connected to Ray Palmer somehow, but I thought it was pretty shocking. New twists that we weren't privy to in the promotions, because everything else in the promotions for the episode we already knew. So we already knew there was going to be the metahuman, we already knew about the struggles between Oliver and Diggle, we already knew about the trip to Nanda Parbat, so this little tidbit was something brand new that we got to learn. So with this said, what is my top favorite moments of the episode? One has to be the original Team Arrow was back together again. I missed the trio of Oliver, Felicity, and Diggle. It was great to not only have the three of them working together like old times, but it's great to see them finally come to an understanding again when the previous two episodes we've seen them at odds with each other, with Felicity in the middle. Another thing I liked about the episode was the working relationship between Felicity and new employee Curtis, and I hope he's brought into the Team Arrow business more. I hope we see him involved in that a lot more in the future, especially since he now knows that Felicity is helping the team, is helping the Green Arrow. And he actually approves, since he is excited to know that his boss is trying to make the city a better place, which is why he wanted to join Palmer Tech. Another thing that was my favorite for the episode has to be seeing Sarah Lance again. Despite the feral behavior from Sarah after she rose from the Lazarus Pit, I'm just really glad that we get to see her again. Sarah was my favorite canary. So it's it's just great to see her again. I missed her. Okay, my top peep moments of the episode have to be 1, Diggle ignoring Oliver. I mean, I get why Diggle is pissed at Oliver, and that is fine if they still had a full team working. Then they can easily just separate the partners. But since it's just Oliver and Diggle that can go in the field, I really thought Diggle had to suck it up and just provide the backup instead of going into things alone because of his feud with Oliver. I mean, I get he doesn't trust him, but is he really gonna risk his life for that? I mean, Oliver's trying everything he can to get Diggle to trust him again, so if anything, Diggle doesn't have to worry about Oliver not having his back. It's Oliver that has to worry that Diggle won't have his back in this kind of situation. So that's just a little irritating thing. And another part that irritated me was the fact that Diggle's lead, in the form of Mina Fayad, I think it was, the fact that she got killed off immediately after we learn about her is just too much of a coincidence, and it's just inconvenient. It's like, why not kill her off 2 episodes from now? It just seems like it's just like waving a bone in front of a dog and then not giving it to him or something like that. Third thing, I didn't like Laurel's disregard to all warnings she was given about the Lazarus pit. She got it from Malcolm, she got it from Nisa, and she got it from Thea. I mean, Nisa doesn't want Sarah to come out of the pit as anything but herself, which won't be the case. She doesn't want Sarah to go through any of the, I guess, bad karma that comes with being in the pit. Thea doesn't want it because she's experiencing it firsthand what it's like to come out of the pit. And Malcolm is just not advising it because of all the stories that surround it and everything like that. And yet Laurel dismisses it because she selfishly wants her sister back, even though it's been a year since she's been dead. So that's just a little annoying. So next, what am I going to remember most about this episode? Or what will my reminder be? And that is the original Team Arrow working together. That is Oliver, Felicity, and Diggle. I really like that trio, the Arrow Trinity. So it's great to see the focus being on them again and working things out. Another major thing will be Sarah's resurrection for sure. I'd like to see how things progress for her. Moving on, random questions, because I have less than 3 minutes left. So, first question, where does Oliver plan to have this new lair located? I mean, it was a shock when the current location was revealed to be under Palmer Tech, but now where is he going to go? He did mention that he had a place in mind, but it was meant to be a surprise, but he never revealed it in the episode, so I wonder where it's going to be. Next is, what is up with Felicity's phone? Like I said, I think it's connected to Ray somehow, so hopefully we'll get answers to that very soon. Third question, how long before Curtis Holt learns that Oliver is the Great Arrow? He already knows that Felicity is involved, so I'm left wondering how involved he will be in Team Arrow, and just how long it will take for him to put the pieces together. And next question, we heard nothing about Oliver's decision to run for mayor, which he made at the very end of the previous episode, so when will he bring that up, I wonder. And another one just came to me now when I rewatched the episode. Nisa greeted Thea as sister-in-law, so does that mean that Nisa is still technically married to Oliver? And if that's the case, then shouldn't that have been brought up? Or maybe it's just something that that Nisa just continues to associate with, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting when Nisa greeted Thea that way. Okay, so quickly on the predictions. First, it's not really a prediction, but according to the photos for episode 404 that appeared on my Tumblr dashboard, Oliver will make an announcement about running for mayor. There's a bunch of photos with the Oliver Queen for mayor posters with Oliver in front of it as if he was giving a press conference, so it'd be interesting to see that. My next prediction is that Sarah's going to have to adjust to being back, and I don't think it's going to go very well for her. Same with Thea. I think her bloodlust will get worse as time goes by. And my next prediction is that hopefully this episode 403 marks the start of things getting back to normal between Oliver and Diggle. So if that's the case, then I see more team-ups between Oliver and Diggle when they're on the field. And because I'm assuming with Thea's bloodlust, she might be taking off field work for the team. For the time being, at least. I don't know. Another prediction is that Felicity and Diggle at some point need to get code names for themselves. Because if the wrong person hears Oliver or anyone else on the team saying their names, it's not gonna go down very well for them, and it's not that hard to put pieces together when you have only one piece to work with. And there goes my alarm, and that's loud. And that was the end of what I had to talk about. So I was on time. Yes. So what did you guys think about the episode? Did everything you think happened, or were you surprised as well by a few things? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this with all the other Arrow fans. Sorry, can't talk. Love to just keep spreading the word around. It means a lot that you're even listening to this, so thank you so much. Also, if you want any more stuff related to Arrow, check out my Tumblr page. Anything related that's synopses, episode stills, promos, anything that comes across my Tumblr dash, I'm bound to reblog it, so it's all in one place. So just check out the links below, and they will lead you back to either the specific episode or just the master tag list itself. So check those out. And that's it. So until next week, this is Mel. Wishing you all a great day. Bye.